I'm Dave Marlon. Welcome to Vegas Stronger. Now, the federal response to homelessness has been called housing first. And while I understand this sounds compassionate, and it sounds like the answer, those of us who are trained in counseling and in behavioral health know why it's wrong. And it's wrong because it is proven, and there's evidence showing that contingency-based treatment is more efficacious for treating people with substance use disorders. SAMSHA reports that over 80% of people experiencing homelessness have had a substance use disorder. So, as opposed to giving people a house to help address homelessness, we believe it makes more sense to provide immediate access to treatment for these people. Now, we're not saying they shouldn't be housed. We believe it's appropriate for people to be offered congregate living housing in shelters as opposed to being on the streets, and while they're in the shelters, getting them plugged into treatment. During their course of treatment, and when they comply with taking their psychotropic meds, when they comply by not using meth or heroin or other drugs, they end up progressing through the treatment and hopefully move from congregate living to something more like a sober living, where instead of being with a large group, they may just have a roommate. Now that's helpful, and it builds a reward system into it. Then, after 6 months, a year, or 18 months, they can progress to independent living. This helps build self-esteem for them and allows them to become self-supporting, which is what we all want. When we end up giving a house to someone who's using drugs on the street, it ends up enabling them to continue their bad behavior, and it's a major disincentive to the people who were next to them, who are busting their chops to work hard and get a little apartment so that they can begin their life, if we see the government in turn rewarding people engaged in not healthy behavior. That's why at Vegas Stronger, we support contingency-based treatment, immediate access for them for as long as it's needed for people experiencing homelessness. That's why we are Vegas Stronger.